gentlemen, well, that's our show for tonight, and we'd like to thank our guests, Annette Fabre, Bobby Morse, and Paul Revere and the Raiders. Weren't they wonderful?
Next week, our guests will be Arthur Godfrey, Jackie Moms Mabley, and an exciting great group from London, the Bee Gees.
We're really looking forward to next week's show, and we hope you could all join us.
Yeah, before we say goodnight, there's something, you know, in the world we're living in now.
There's something in this world we're living in.
There's something in this world we're living in now that's something's wrong, and each of us in our own way, including you, in your clever way, me in my stumbling way, and everybody out in America are seeking a way to find out the truth of life as the river flows, the flowing of life, changing ever different as we find our way. And I've written a song of search.
You mean you've searched?
I have searched for the answer, and this is a song of my seeking. I'd like to do it. I know it's kind of spur of the moment
Well,
thing,
I mean, this is the closing credits.
Yeah, I'd like to do it. Could I have
Get your guitar. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. This is a song of seeking, a song of longing, a song of search, a search for the truth.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of faces and I've been a lot of places, so I know I must be going somewhere. The world keeps spinning, but I'm always just beginning to begin, but I never really get there. The times and the seasons go on, but all the rhymes and the reasons are gone. I know I'll discover after it's all over and done, I should have been a nun.
I thought you were serious. You come out here and with time to say goodnight, a serious thought.
I was serious. It was a song of search.
Okay,
I didn't say I found the answer.
Good night.
No, not yet. Not yet. We're not saying good night yet.
Well, I want to get out of here.
I know, it's kind of embarrassing for you, isn't it?
Sure is, I'll tell you that.
There's one more thing I'd like to mention. You may have noticed that now and then we kind of poke fun at the, little fun at the people in Washington.
Washington?
Washington. But actually, we mean every word of it.
No, we don't. We don't mean every word of it because there are some things in Washington that we do like.
Yes, there is one thing, and that's VISTA, the Domestic Peace Corps. And if any of you out there feel you'd like to help get rid of poverty and ignorance in this country, and you want to do something, please contact these people.
Now, seriously, they don't want your money, they want you.
So if you really want to do something for the country, something to help it make a better place to live, just look to VISTA.
That's right. And for information, write to VISTA, Washington, D.C.
I'll bet it's the best letter you ever wrote.
That's right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that. The final sketch was called Shoes, and we frequently used, in this particular year, 1969, we used a lot of objects as routines and production numbers. We used doors with, did a whole thing on doors with Lana Turner.
And we got legs.
Legs, shoes, hats.
So it's really politically interesting stuff, hard-hitting.
Well, we did sing with Bobby Morse, that song called Peace. And also, Pat Paulsen had a nice little piece on that he did on congressional ethics, which is a continuing topic of conversation.
But our opening song was one of our more famous comedy bits, I Fell in a Vat of Chocolate, which is sort of a silly little song, but we used that for many years in our nightclub act, and we got that song from Pat Paulsen.
I met the Smothers brothers at a place called the Purple Onion in San Francisco. Well, that was when they were just starting doing a show, and I thought they were incredible. So I went backstage, and Tommy will tell you this, and I said, boy, you guys ought to put some comedy in your act. And they looked at me like I crawled out from under a rock. Later on, they used a couple of my songs on their albums, which were million-selling comedy albums in those days, big albums.
And Pat contributed as a writer on the show, and that was a song. He said, "This will be good for you guys." It was originally about a 30-second piece of material, and
Really
by the
small.
time we were finished with it, about 5 years later, it was about a 10 or 12-minute piece of material about the chocolate.
And it was one of those mother bits, and let's talk about mother. It was, no matter how long the piece was, we would say when we got a new comedy piece, we'd need some jokes or something, and we'd take something out of a fella vat of chocolate and stick it in a new song. And then we shortened down chocolate to 6 minutes, and a few months later, it's 12 minutes again. Somehow that song was magic for us, and it's as close to a hit as we ever got.
I fell in a vat of chocolate. I fell in a vat of chocolate.
What did you do when you fell into the chocolate?
Lolly-doo-dum, lolly-doo-dum day.
We hope this comedy hour brought back some pleasant memories, and if you weren't around back then, maybe we showed you a little bit about what TV and the world were like in 1968.
We'll see you again soon with another Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, right here on E, the easiest network to spell.
Don't forget to catch the Smothers Brothers tomorrow with special guests Nancy Ames and Jimmy Durante and his Schnozzola.